Hello viewers, welcome to our channel, welcome to our page. If you're coming across our page for the first time, you are highly welcome. We do encourage you to subscribe, follow our page, like, share and comment. Now in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to size your PWM SSC, which is our PWM solar charge controller. And before sizing our PWM charge controller, there are basic factors we need to put into considerations, which is our maximum PV input voltage. Now, this is our PWM solar charge controller. This is our PWM solar charge controller. And this solar charge controller will have what we call specifications, like I earlier said in our previous video. Every charge controller, be it PWM, be it MPPT charge controller, they all have their specifications. So this solar charge controller, PWM, has its own specifications. And now, the factors we need to put into considerations, number one is the maximum PV input voltage. The maximum PV input voltage of this solar charge controller is 50 volts. So what this thing means is that the input voltage that is coming out from your solar panel, this is your solar panel. This is our solar panel. This is our solar panel. And this is our charge controller, SSC. What this means that the input voltage that is coming into this charge controller, solar charge controller, should not exceed 50 volts. Like we have here rated on the specification that it must not exceed 50 volts. Because if it exceeds 50 volts on this charge controller, automatically it will underperform. The charge controller will not perform very well. Most cases, the charge controller will even crash. So that is why you should put it into considerations. Now, the second one is we have our battery bank voltage. So before choosing your solar panel, sizing your solar panel, you must first of all select your battery bank. This is our battery bank. Now, in this solar charge controller, the acceptable battery bank voltage specifications, which is our battery bank rated voltage power, is 12 volts and 24 volts. It's 12 volts and 24 volts, and it's written down here. You can see it very well. So if you look at it, its rated voltage is 12 volts / 24 volts. That is meaning that our battery bank should not, like let's assume we have 12 volts, we have 24 volts, we have 48 volts. So meaning that this 48 volts here is cancelled because the rated specifications, our battery bank should not exceed 12 volts and 24 volts. So what this charge controller will do is, if our battery bank automatically is 12 volts, meaning that it will display on this LCD, it will display on this screen that our battery bank on this charge controller is what? 12 volts. Because number one is that if you are getting above 48 volts or a specified voltage required for your charge controller to charge your battery bank, automatically your solar charge controller will not perform. So it must be that rated voltage. Like this particular charge controller, the PWM charge controller is 12 volts slash 24 volts, meaning that is either your battery bank is 12 volts or 24 volts. You should not exceed it. So before doing all this, these are the things we need to put into considerations, so that at the end of the day, you will not start having issues with your clients. My charge controller is not working, whereas that you did not size your solar charge controller in accordance with your battery bank. So that is number 2. Then the last thing we need to put into consideration is our maximum PV input. Now, the maximum PV input voltage of this solar charge controller, it states that the maximum PV input power is for 12 volts is for this 12 volts is 390 watts. Meaning that since our battery bank is 12 volts, automatically this is the wattage that can be suitable to charge this battery bank using PWM charge controller. Now, if your battery bank, now you connect it in series and this is times 2, which is 24 volts, which is this one, meaning that the voltage, the maximum PV input power, it's 780 watts for 24 volts. So if this our battery bank is times 2, which is connected in series to double the voltage, which is 24 volts, meaning that the solar panel that is required perform very, very well with our PWM charge controller should not exceed 680 watts. And remember, there is no way we should also undermine our voltage. We have maximum and we have minimum voltage rated power that is expected solar charge controller to perform very well. We at the same way we have maximum input voltage, the same way we have minimum input voltage. So before sizing your charge controller, first of all, you must consider your battery bank. Then, having sized your battery bank, you'll be able to understand which solar charge controller should I go for. So this is all we have for our PWM's solar charge controller. So before sizing your solar charge controller, you must first of all consider your battery bank. Then, having done that, now you can be able to read it from the voltage specifications on your PWM charge controller. Every charge controller, like I said earlier, every charge controller has its specifications. So before choosing your charge controller, you must first of all consider your battery bank. So if this video is interesting, if this video is educating, please do well by following our page, subscribe to our channel, like, share, and comment. Thank you very much. See you in our next video. God bless.